Today, the church commemorates Saint Athanasius, the great 4th century bishop of Alexandria and defender of orthodoxy. Athanasius definitely makes the short list of the most important and influential figures in the history of the church. This week, I read his wonderful work on the incarnation of the Word. This is a book I think every Christian should read. I'll offer up two thoughts about it. First, a more helpful title for modern readers might be On the Crucifixion of the Word. Somewhat surprisingly, considering the title, Athanasius spends much of his time in defense of the cross of Jesus, explaining why Jesus had to die and why it had to be on a cross. For Athanasius, the Word becoming flesh and his death on the cross and his resurrection are all intimately connected and inseparable. So much so, they seem to form almost a single event in his thought. If I had to choose a passage that would summarize the book, it might be this one. Since it was not possible for the Word to die, as he was immortal, he took to himself a body such as could die, that he might offer it as his own in the stead of all. Secondly, I really appreciate where Athanasius begins in giving evidence for the resurrection. Whereas we might typically start with history or archaeology or something, for Athanasius, the greatest evidence of the resurrection is the miracle of radical change that happens in a person when they acknowledge Christ as their Lord today. Pagans give up their idols, murderers lay down their weapons, adulterers become faithful, young people begin to live chastely, and people even choose death over denying their Lord. How could this be accomplished by a dead man? To wrap up, if you want to start reading the Church Fathers but don't know where to start, you might begin with Athanasius on the incarnation of the Word.